All right, so some of the things that you'll need for Bible verse mapping, most importantly, is your Bible. You can also use pens, markers, highlighters, as well as a notebook or drawing pad, post-it notes, index cards, whatever you want. And then I would also recommend that you turn on some worship music or praise music if you want to. Totally optional, but it can really set the mood for when you're Bible journaling. Then you're going to want to go to your Bible and find the verse that you want to map today. So the verse that I've chose is Psalms chapter 3 and verse 3. So once you find that verse in any translation that you want, then you can begin mapping. If you're just starting out and the whole process seems overwhelming, you can just grab a post-it note and write the verse down on the post-it note and stick it on your fridge or in your Bible or something like that. If you want to go a little bit more than just writing the verse, but not really into really mapping it out yet, that's fine too. You can just write the verse and then any little notes that stick out to you, like in Psalms 3:3. There's 3 things. God is our shield, so I put number 1, my glory, number 2, and the one who lifts my head, number 3. Now, if you're ready to dive in and really get with verse mapping, go ahead and grab your notebook, and you're going to first take a moment to write out the verse in completion, and then leave yourself a little bit of space either at the top or bottom, or you can even leave a little space on both sides. And then once you completely write out the entire verse that you're going to be mapping, you'll go back with some highlighters and just pick some of the words that stick out to you or words that you want to study more about their meaning. Just be sure to use different color highlighters for each of the words. It'll make it easier when you write your notes later to see which notes go with which words. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make yourself little areas to write in the same colors that you're going to describe the definitions or the thoughts that you have about each of the words that you highlighted. Now you can use definitions from the dictionary, the Bible dictionary, thoughts that you have about them, whatever it is that sticks out to you about those words, if the Lord gave you something, whatever it is, just kind of to expand the meaning of each of the words that you chose to highlight. For me personally, I looked up the Greek word for Lord and what it meant, which means the owner or chief. Then for the words shield, glory, and lifts up my head, I looked at each of those in the dictionary and different things of what those words really mean. So a shield is a person or thing providing protection. Glory, my glory is like meaning honor or power or favor. And lifts up my head, as in the lifter of my head, is the restorer of my dignity. Then I just went back and wrote down things that spoke to me, like I'm not defeated, look up, God is with me, God is for me, as well as I was reading that first word that says but, and that is a clause which is contradicting what was mentioned in verse 1 and verse 2, which is previously in chapter 3 of the book of Psalms. So now when I look at this verse, I can say, in contrast to what was mentioned previously, you are the owner and the chief. You are a person that provides protection, and you are my honor, my power, and my favor. You are also the one who restores my dignity. So I'm not defeated. I'm looking up. God is with me and for me. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you enjoy verse mapping as much as I do.